We see a green hair boy and with emerald green eyes, as in his hands there were some kind of bracelet, as they were hanging around his hands, both of his hand apparently. As our boy looked toward the UA gate, as he said, I guess time to be a hero for a second time once again. I was a hero before, but I will not make the same mistake that I made in that world. I used to let the villain go because I thought the villain deserved second chances, but he was wrong about that. That world villain were more dangerous than this world villain. They would come back and try to come back in his ass and try to get revenge. Our boy had to, let's say, kill them. It wasn't a very pleasant feeling, but let's say when he first had blood in his hand, he cried all night. It was the same old Izuku before, but after killing one, he started to, let's say, get a hold of killing. As his killing, you can say, he started to cross the line more often, as when he sees a villain that is out of saving, he would kill them without question. So it was just like the Demon King. Demon King was irredeemable. He could not be redeemed. The Demon King was already a lost cause. He had to do his job as a hero to save the world. With his other fellow hero, they defeated the Demon King. But betrayal is the thing that our boy hated about the most. As he remembered, as he entered UA, as he was looking for his class, his class was class 1A. Our boy still remembered how excited his mother was because he apparently scored the first in the entrance exam. His mother apparently was hugging his daylight out of him. Izuku just chuckled. Hey. As we see Izuku reach class 1A. Now, as he looked at the door, I said, "Damn, the door is pretty big. I wonder if students are giants or not." As he took a deep breath as he entered. Now, our boy had to take a double look there, because the moment he looked inside, there were no fucking boys there. No, they were all girls. As he just looked at the class, as he was thinking, did I come into the wrong class? No. As he went outside of the class once again, trying to see, it was fucking class 1A. Then why is it everyone is a fucking girl here? No, the room is full with girls. There is no fucking boys at all. As our boy would just look there, as he was thinking. Now, as he was standing there for a while, as he just sighed and stated, "Let's just see my damn seat." As he looked toward the board, as he saw his seat, it was in the last in the row, the protagonist seat. As our boy recognized the seat, as our boy sat there, as most of the girls in the class, they were looking at him. As our boy felt visibly uncomfortable, but good thing our boy is a virgin, typical virgin. So, yeah, he has controlled himself. We see Aizawa enter suddenly, as Izuku just said, "Thank fucking God they are not staring at me anymore." As we see, Aizawa said, let's go to the field, and we are gonna have some quick assessment test." As Uraka said, "So, but sir, but sensei, what about the orientation?" As Aizawa looked toward Ochako as for a moment, as he stated, "You see, in the UA, teachers are given permission if they want to teach however they want. And being a UA teacher, we have the authority to decide what our students gonna do, what kind of curriculum our students gonna have." As nobody said any word, as Izuku just started to get left with, as he went out, as he looked for the locker room. As he found the locker room, as good thing was that he was all alone over there. So yeah, as our boy came out pretty quickly, because girl take most of the time. So yeah, he came out pretty quickly, as he waited for other student to came out. They were mostly girls, but what can he do? As Aizawa said, it's tough, isn't it? As Aizawa just looked toward Izuku, as Izuku just nodded, yeah, it's tough. As Aizawa looked toward his hand, and so what are you gonna do about this? Oh, it's actually like an amplifier to my quirk. It helps me to control my quirk better, he stated. As Aizawa looked at his bracelets for a while, as he stated, yeah, whatever. As Aizawa did find the report about Izuku having them as a support item. As all the girls came out, as Izuku looked toward them slowly, as our boy was just sitting in the ground as if like he was meditating there. Now Bob opened his eyes as he looked toward them. He thought, I guess time to show off time to show off my powers a bit, as he cracked his neck. Now we see Aizawa explaining the test, said, the hey Midori, since you came first in NC's exam, tell me, how much could you throw in your middle school? As Izuku looked toward Aizawa as he wanted to say 500 meter without magic, so he just gave a realistic answer, 90 meters. As Aizawa looked kind of surprised at the boy because he looked pretty skinny. I mean, he has body, but it was in a skinny and a leaner type body. As Aizawa said, now Midoriya, use it with your quirk. As Izuku nodded. As Izuku punched his knuckle together, as he transferred all the bracelet to his one hand. As we see, Izuku took the ball from Aizawa, as Aizawa was apparently trying to do something to make teach the kid about having those bracelets as a means to go. To unknown to Izuku doesn't know that Aizawa is about to erase his quirk. As before, as Izuku go on, let's say, a throwing motion, as he used illusion on the rings to apparently not to make the rings to glue. He didn't want it to, let's say, the Aizawa to find out about his ring. As what our boy did, our boy used all the strength with the help of the rings as well, gathering all mana in his hand. Then boom, a shockwave happened. As Aizawa looked toward his looked toward the device where it's gonna show the result, as it was infinity. Aizawa looked toward the all class 1A as said, this is where if you use your quirk in its truest potential, you will see how you will do. As the moment he said that, as Mina suddenly said, that's fun. As Aizawa just looked at Mina and gave the same speech as Canon about life is unfair and the same thing. Izuku nodded with Aizawa because life is unfair, as Aizawa was surprised because some student actually did nod with him. As the other tests went on, Izuku was, let's say, dominating on all the tests because even without mana he can throw into 500 meters, so you can already assume that his strength is already way more than a normal human. As Izuku was dominating most of all of them. At the grip strength, let's say what Izuku did, Izuku never really expected his strength, as he decided not to use the ring this time. As our boy, let's say, squeezed the gripping machine as it broke, as Aizawa just looked at Midori as he sighed and said, kid, you're pretty lucky you don't have to pay for it. But next time be careful when you use this kind of machine. As Izuku nodded at him. Our boy had no money problem, so he could have paid without any problem. We see now Izuku stretching his body as he stated, damn, I feel like my whole body is sore for some reason. I guess using mana and exercise at the same time ain't a good thing. As he was about to leave the classroom because today was apparently, there weren't gonna be classes that much, so Aizawa apparently let them off a bit early today. As Izuku was packing his bag suddenly, few of the students gathered around him. Mostly they are fucking the whole fucking class is literally filled with girls. He is the only fucking boy in class 1A. As as bubbly, the bubbly personality girl suddenly appeared. It was the same girl that Izuku saved. As Izuku looked toward the girl for a while, as the girl said, "My name is Ochaku Uraraka and thank you for saving me in the entrance exam." As Izuku looked toward her and said, "Saving you? When did I saved ya?" As Izuku said, as Oracle looked a bit, shocked, as you don't remember? Personally, I don't even give a damn about what I did there," he stated. As Uraraka said, anyhow, thank you for your help." As Izuku just shrugged his shoulder and said, whatever. He said, "I guess gotta go, bye bye." As he just waved his hand as he was about to exit the class 1A door. As he was about to exit the classroom, suddenly, few of the groups apparently surrounded him. As they stated, "You were pretty cool." As it was the pink skin girl, Mina Ashido, if you remember correctly. "Yeah, you were cool." As this was the jackier girl, Jiro, if you remember correctly pretty well. As the second one said, "Yeah, you were pretty cool there." It was Momoya Arozu, the second place girl. The other was the invisible girl, but let's say through because of Izuku being, have mana all around his body, especially his eyes, he can, let's say, see a bit of Toru's figure. Arba looked at her for a while as he said, "I guess she's pretty cute," he said to himself. As he said, thank you." As Mina suddenly said, "Hey, why don't we go to the station together? You're going to the station, right?" As Izuku nodded, "Yeah." As Jiro said, "Excellent, I guess we could go all together." As Momo suddenly said, "I'm sorry, I guess my driver is gonna be here pretty soon." As Mina said, "No problem, yeah, Momo." As she nodded. As we see Izuku, Mina, and Jiro, the three of them were going toward. The three of them were going toward the station. As they were waiting for the train, apparently it was a weird coincidence. The three were going the same station. Apparently, their house was pretty close by. As Izuku was also surprised to know this, as they did chatted a few while. As Izuku was also becoming friends with them pretty well. The next day, we see the class is the same as ever. Boring fucking high school curriculum, Izuku thought. As you can say it was lunchtime. As he went to the cafeteria with his friends, I guess he could call them friends now because they're pretty nice to hang out with. As he was hanging out with Ashido, Jiro, Yaimomo, Chako, and Tsui, Kendo, and few. Let's say it was a pretty big group, if Izuku would say. As Izuku went to the cafeteria, as they found their seats. It was pretty convenient because they found their seat together as all of them sat in a group as they talk about different things. As Mina suddenly asked that as she was curious what is Izuku's quirk is. As Izuku explained in a simplest way, "Mine is telekinesis," he stated. "Oh, you use telekinesis? What can you do with telekinesis?" As Izuku did explain a bit, said, "I can do many things, it's a very versatile quirk," he stated. "Or I can also use my telekinesis to, enhance my body in a superhuman feat. I call that tactile telekinesis style." As Mina nodded, as Mina also explained about what her quirk is. Now, suddenly, in somewhere, Izuku felt someone threw a paper ball at him. As Izuku looked behind him, as it was a very short-haired boy. He had a very short boy. He stated, "You are the bastard that is apparently is in the all girl classroom." As Izuku looked toward Minata like he was the dirt in the eye, as like he was nothing. Minato also started to shudder in fear because apparently what Izuku was displaying, it was his not even 1% killing intent, it was just half-assed killing intent, as Minato, let's say, just said, I'm sorry, as he went away. What the fuck was that, as he thought to himself. As Mina stated, I guess that's a creepy pervert right there. Creepy pervert, what do you mean by that? As Mina stated, you see, I heard about a few rumors about a creepy pervert in class 1B. Really? Yeah, he tried to apparently pick on a few general studies girl. As our boy just nodded and said, yeah. As they were talking, as Izuku's eyes suddenly locked onto one particular ash blonde hair boy. Their eyes met as, let's say, Bakugo's hands were cracking with explosion as Izuku's eyes showed pure coldness. As, let's say, this coldness apparently did scare Jiro a bit as Jiro looked toward the person that Midoriya was glaring at. As Jiro also looked toward the ash blonde hair direction as she saw both of them have some kind of history. As she did not want to, let's say, pry into his personal matter, as both of them glare with each other for a while, but the glare just died down as they went to do their own thing. As we see, Bakugo suddenly came close to Izuku as he bumped his shoulder with Izuku's shoulder, trying to, make him fall, but to his veil, as Izuku apparently used his supernatural strength to, let's say, literally make him fall into the ground, and let's say Bakugo did not, let's say, finish the milk that he had, as the milk spilled on all over him. Izuku gave a small smirk as he looked toward Bakugo, as Bakugo also did not say anything. As Izuku left, Jiro also looked at the interaction as she thought, I guess they have some animosity between them. As Uraraka said, yeah, that kid is pretty dangerous, she said as she pointed toward the ash blonde hair. In the entrance exam, he was, destroying robot left and right without even noticing anything. I don't know how could heroes could accept the person like him. I know we aren't supposed to judge people by their quirk, but even with his quirk and his attitude, I don't think he's a hero material. As Jiro nodded, yeah. Momo Serin also came behind them and said, yeah, I don't think he's a hero material there. As we see, it was the battle training mostly. As All Might suddenly came there, as our Izuku did not give a damn about All Might. It's just he stopped being a fanboy for All Might when he went to that world. He also, let's say, sell few of the merchandise that he apparently had about All Might, even a few collectible figurines. He apparently, after you can say sell those, he apparently got few awesome money. 6 grand, let's say. Izuku had many rare collectible items, so he apparently got 6 grand from selling all those All Might figurine and few other things All Might related. Even underwear. Damn, you would say even little kids like All Might, they wanted to have All Might underwear. He thought. Now we see as All Might explain about what they're gonna do in the battle training simulation, as they're gonna be joined by class 1B, as this was something that our boy did not expect it. As he said, I guess it's a good thing that I might be able to meet with that bastard, he thought. His eyes looked pretty determined, as he wanted to, beat the hell out of Bakugo right now. As All Might said, as he pressed a button, as the board suddenly changed, as there were many suitcases there, in the suitcase there was name written on which student had which suitcase, as Izuku thought, oh yes, I remember, I apparently did give UA the design of what kind of hero suit I want. I didn't want it to be that old one that I wanted. It was based off of All Might and a bit of it looked like a bunny. Damn it, he thought. As we see, every student was changing as the girls have finished their changing pretty quickly as Izuku was changing because his suit was pretty hard to, put on. As he also used the ring in both of his hands as he looked pretty cool as he looked himself in the mirror for a while as he stated, "Damn, I look awesome. Now, time to go." As Izuku came out of the changing room, as let's say most of the boys and the girls looked toward Izuku's direction as the girls, let's say most of them pretty much blushed seeing Izuku's physique. He was pretty muscular and having that kind of costume, it did not give him any justice to his abs. As we see, Yairozu, Minashi, Dojiro, most of, let's say, the girls of class 1A started to blush seeing Izuku's physique. Invisible Girl also was no exception as she was literally jumping because how hot Izuku looked as she was pretty bold enough and said to Izuku as Izuku just thanked her for the compliment. Like a Chad that he is, as Minato was literally crying tears of blood. But he did not approach Izuku because he is still scared of Izuku from this today's incident in the cafeteria. As for Bakugo, he just looked toward Izuku with pure hate as he thought, once I get the fucking chance to beat you, just you wait, damn nerd, I'm gonna show you your place, he said to himself. Izuku also looked toward Bakugo and said, "It's gonna be different, Bakugo, I promise you that." As both of them glared at each other, as All Might seeing the tension in the room, as he just, let's say, break the fight, as said, "Now come on, let's draw some random teams," as most of them had their own teams. As for Izuku's team, we are gonna go there. We are not gonna go there. Izuku's team was filled. Izuku's team. He was teamed with Momo Yaozu and Kendo Itsuka. As for the other team that he's gonna be going versus against, it was Kirishima and Bakugo and Todoroki. Yeah, pretty much he's already fighting three boys together. As our boy looked at the situation as he analyzed that he's gonna be pretty hard overcoming all three of them together. But if I don't hold back, if I have to hold back, if I don't, they might even get hurt. That's the thing he's concerned about for now. As we see Izuku start to flow, as Izuku start to levitate, as the girls were also a bit surprised by seeing him levitate, as he did not levitate during the high jump. As Izuku said, with my telekinesis I can also fly, so it's another aspect of my quirk, you can say, he stated. As Yaru nodded, as before he could say anything, as our boy, let's say, grabbed them by their waist, as he flew upward, as let's say, Kendo blushed. She was blushing pretty hard. As for Momo, let's say, she was controlling her blush, but still, in her mind, she was literally screaming, "Damn, someone touch me there." As Izuku, so sorry for grabbing you without their permission, but what I have in mind is your quirk is creation, if I'm right. As Yaruzu nodded. What I want to do is, can you create bomb? As he said to her literally. As Yaruzu nodded, yes, I can create smoke bombs. As our boys corrected him. Now we see Izuku explained that I didn't ask for the smoke bomb. I said, can you make bombs? As Yaruzu nodded hesitantly, as he said, good. You see, we two are gonna be the distraction, as what I want to do is make some sticky bombs. You can do that, right? Yaruzu just less after a second pause, as she nodded yes. Create 5 bombs for now. As she nodded. As Izuku gave Kendo 2. He took 1 as he gave the other 2 to Yaozu, as he stated. What I want you to do is right now, when I use this explosion downward, you're gonna all are gonna go down at the same time. Okay, when I signal, I mean when I explode this, or you might hear some explosion down, you will go down, then retrieve the bomb. I bet they're gonna be the Todoroki or Kirishima there to protect the bomb. And what I want you to do is, if there is Todoroki there, use this bomb, literally throw him at his face. Don't worry, there nothing serious gonna happen to him. As was said, if it is Kirishima, literally throw all four bomb at his body. He has hardened skin, right? As all of them nodded. Our boy with infusing mana in his whole body, as he sprinted, in a blink of an eye, as he suddenly came toward the fourth floor. As our boy said, now since I have given them the plan, they should do. And it seems Yairozu is enough intelligent as she could do most of the things from there. As our boy, let's say, found Bakugo. Ah, I guess today Fate does want Bakugo to get beat up, he thought. As Bakugo was about to launch himself toward Izuku, as with a more blink of an eye, Izuku sidestepped Bakugo as before Bakugo could get past him. He held Bakugo by the collar of his shirt as he slammed him into the ground. Now the force of that slam, let's say, broke the floor as he broke through the floor and suddenly came toward the second floor, as Izuku also came down slowly, descending down to the second floor slowly, as Bakugo said, "You damn fucking nerd," as he lunged toward Izuku. Izuku just seeing some kind of shit, as he just launched one of the rings at Bakugo's gut, making him fly few hundred feet end of the floor, as our main character just stated. Is he dumb, or is he just trying to make time or whatever? Now our main character saw that Baku was literally out cold, as he said, "Oops, I guess I used too much force, eh?" As he used the capture tape to capture Bakugo, as Bakugo was disqualified. As our boy slowly descended toward the fourth floor once again, as this time he found Shoto Todoroki, Endeavor's son, he thought. As we see, Todoroki, let's say, is trying to froze everything around him, as Izuku was levitating, so the freezing did not affect him at all. Even, let's say, his hero suit that he literally sent away, that hero suit. It had many kind of enchantment into it, like heat resistance, ice resistance, fire resistance, many things. The suit is basically indestructible, that it cannot be destroyed with any normal means, unless there is a supernova, that is. As we see, what Izuku did, as Izuku used one of the forces. This was one of the magic spell that he used before. It was new that this magic spell that he used is gonna be new, as he stated. Almighty push. As the moment he said the push, let's say, the ice that was all around him started to, let's say, break, as it was breaking, the force of the palm, it hit Shoto Todoroki, as Todoroki flied few thousand feet outside of the building, as Izuku said, "Damn, I used too much power once again." As our boy, let's say, heard a noise as All Might announced, "The hero team win." Izuku just sighed and said, "I guess it's a good thing we won." As our boy descended toward, with the flash movement technique, our boy appear beside Yairozu and Itsuka. As our boy said, "Congratulations, I guess you did win." As Yairozu looked down, blushing. As Izuku smiled and said, "See, I told you that it won't hurt him that well. You see, he have very hardened body, so you don't have to worry about that." She nodded. I guess let's get down. As we see, they start to walk toward the outside of the building as they met by All Might. As All Might looked toward Izuku for a while, as he stated, this kid is pretty powerful. As he doesn't know why, but he's seeing Nana Shimura. Whenever he sees Izuku, he's already feeling like the second coming of Nana Shimura. He has the same thing what Nana had, flight. He's like a little superhero. The next symbol of, as he was thinking about this matter, as he snapped out of his gaze, as let's say Jiro said, Sensei, so who is the MVP? As All Might said, the MVP of the match is young Yairuzu there. As Izuku did not mind Yairuzu being the MVP. Actually, what he mind as his revenge is complete mostly. He did remember he broke a few Bakugo's bones. He did not break Bakugo's hand that he, let's say, he made a oath to himself, but not right now. He is gonna break his hand, but not now. As we see. So I guess this is the second part of the what if, guys. Enjoy.